Today, we review a very, very special bottle, the A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength Batch 5, 68.8% out of our home state of Virginia from the Fredericksburg Bowman Distillery. Today on Rick House Reviews. So we have before us the Batch 5 lottery item, A. Smith Bowman, the Pioneer Spirit Cask Strength. Hey, thank you for winning it.
You're welcome.
First of all.
Lucky me. Totally by accident. Put myself in with no hope in sight, and then brother-in-law gets the email saying, hey, I think I won. And then he shoots the email my way, and it's like, hey, sorry, you're not one of the lucky individuals. And so I'm there like, oh shoot. So I open up my email and it goes, hey, you are one of the luckies. I'm there like, that seems very counterproductive, guys.
So first of all, welcome to Rick House Reviews. I'm Ryan.
I'm Doug.
And thank you for tuning in. Before we get more into this, because I do have some complaints, if you guys really want to engage the algorithm and help us out and fight the monster that is it, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your bourbon-loving guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Ring that notification bell. Comment down below how much you hate Bowman's lottery emails, like I do, because the aw shucks, better luck next time makes me want to punch my monitor. It's the aw shucks to me that just is grating every time.
Whereas, like, at least with the VABC one, they're like, hey, better luck next time.
Yeah, they're just like, unfortunately, you weren't selected as the winner. I'm like, great, cool. That's what an email should be. Aw, shucks. No. We opened this at the last bourbon night. I think we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep.
I am very excited to review it on the channel today because it is hard to get. One. And two, I'm very interested to see what score it gets and where it ends up
overall this year,
8 months from now. If it ends up in a bracket or something.
I with how everybody enjoyed it, I feel like it's going to be in that potential upper 70s.
Well, why don't you tell them how it's going to be scored?
The scoring is brand new, simple, easier than last year, where we continue to screw up and remember last year's numbers instead of this year's, even though it's so simple. 30 across the board for aroma, flavor, and finish, giving us 90 points of actual product element. Then we have 2 5s, buy again, recommend. These, of course, usually have caveats. Well, with the lottery caveat, we're going to throw out the whole lottery ideology because that's a totally separate entity. If the lottery was not an issue for getting this style of bottle, that is what I think we're going to try and base our buy again recommend on as best as possible.
I don't want to give them a -1 in general because
the
sticker
label
is already coming off of this bottle.
Oh no.
And like this one is already peeling at the corners and I have barely touched it.
Great.
So worth of note about Bowman, and we have talked about this before, and they will vehemently deny this if you go to tour the distillery, but it is true. This is Mash Bill 2 from Buffalo Trace that is distilled once in Kentucky. Then it is put into steel drums, brought to the A. Smith Bowman Distillery in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and then distilled on their old-fashioned copper still for the second and final distill, which is where you get the high wine and low wine and blend everything, and then barreled on pallets in Fredericksburg.
There you go.
And it's wild. Like, you're on this highway, you go down this road, and then you make a left and go over this little bridge, and it's like Rick House and Distillery. It's kind of in the middle of Fredericksburg. It's kind of crazy. With that, I'm excited to get into this. You ready?
Now, do we know which bottle number this one ended up being? This is, nope.
No, it doesn't have a
bottle
bottle number on it.
Just is 10 year.
Yep.
Cask strength.
Yeah, I think they had.
They used to give you the bottle number. I'm a
I
little
think
sad
this
by
cask
that.
strength release was like 10 barrels or something, which is normally about would be about 1,000 bottles.
Okay.
And some of it goes to distribution. Like you can buy this on the shelf in some states.
Right.
Now it's highly allocated in those states, but you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yep.
You ready to
Cheers.
rock and roll?
Always.
Cheers.
Yes.
Nostrovia. That is what I want in a 10-year cask strength.
Mm-hmm.
It's just off rip.
Very
that is-
inviting, very flavorful, has a little sugar, but char.
barrel proof, like some red stone fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I say nectarine?
Potentially.
And like a little undertone of like brown sugar on it.
Yes.
I think I smell the proof a little bit too much to like fully enjoy that though.
That's 68.
68%. Yeah, it's high. But God, I will say,
It's scary smooth.
for the proof,
Mm-hmm.
the flavor is full proof. The finish leaves something to be desired, though, I will say that. But I think I've said that about every Bowman product.
I had my numbers before we even started, and I felt bad, but I wanted to confirm, and I think confirmation is definitely exactly that.
I
It
kind
is
of agree.
an incredible bottle. Don't get us wrong. Abraham bottle that is a totally off-brand. Every now and then, also allocated. There's been past ones that are double finished. There has been past ones that are
Yeah, the Hungarian oak, the French oak. They did the toasted barrel finish.
the one that a lot of people can usually find on the shelves is, of course, the port finish, which it's unique. It's
If you thought Angel's Envy was too rough, I would get the Bowman small batch.
and give it a shot.
Also, if you like Blanton's and can't find it regularly, but you see John J. Bowman sitting on your shelf, grab the Bowman's. I don't think it is a Blanton's killer. I don't think it's a replacement. Like we blinded it a couple times, and Blanton's is one, but it's still pretty good. All right, with that, I have my numbers.
Excellent. I feel like the aroma and the flavor, to me, are the best parts, and both of those got 26 out of 30.
Okay, aroma.
Aroma by itself, 26.
I gave it a 24 out of 30.
Okay.
I thought it was very good. I thought it was inviting. It still burned my nostrils a little bit. And I don't hold that against it.
No.
It probably knocked it down one point. But, like, I wanted... It's hard to describe. I wanted just a little bit more.
Okay.
And I feel like that's being greedy.
True.
But 24 out of 30 on the aroma. I thought it was very good. I thought it hit hard. I thought it did everything a cask strength bourbon at this proof needed to do. But it just wasn't... Like, when you smell, like, the George... I hate to say this. When you smell the Hazmat George T. Stag, which is obviously one of the best bourbons ever.
Mm-hmm.
That was Hazmat this year, and it smelled less proofy than this.
True.
Being 6% higher. So, like, I was kind of expecting a little bit, like, rounded edges on it. A little more rounded edge is how I would describe it.
There we go.
Flavor, you and I are very close.
Again, 26 out of 30.
I gave it a 25 out of 30.
Wow.
I thought it was there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was much further there.
Right.
Top 10%, not much further.
Yep.
It has everything you want on a cask strength bourbon.
Yes.
It has the cask flavor.
Mhm.
It has I say tannins, but it has that char flavor from the barrel, which also gives it like that vanillin and brown sugar.
Right.
But then it also hits you with the proof. But this specifically doesn't hit you in an offensive way.
No. For being 68.8,
Yeah, actually, I'm
Percent?
gonna change my score. I'm gonna agree with you.
you're going to bump it up?
26 out of 30.
Okay.
I will bump it up. I was kind of thinking about it when I was talking about it, and I realized it's there. It's just not in that upper 10%. It's just not in that 10%.
Right.
It's just shy. Like, I can see why previous batches of this have won gold medals and have been the best bourbon in the world. Like, on the flavor. But then the finish to me is just everything runs off the palate so hard and so fast. And I'm just left with, like, this sugary char.
Right.
That I'm not a huge fan of. But, like, it's somehow enjoyable with the flavor of the bourbon.
Okay. Yep.
What did you give it?
I still give it an upper number 25 out of 30 for the finish.
Okay.
Just now, even double checking, the finish pairs well with the flavor, and it for me, it hits the tip of the tongue. It rolls down the base of the tongue, and then it hits the back of the throat in a very amicable, balanced way that you get the tip of the tongue getting one flavor, the base of the tongue getting another, and the back of the throat getting a totally different flavor, all simultaneously still having that char finish as its baseline, which I think is exactly what the cask strength should always have.
That's a really good way to word it.
Thank you.
I will say my finish being 22 out of 30
right.
is because even though I didn't like a lot of the things on the finish, the flavor rolls into that finish so well that you don't really realize you're in the finish, and then it kind of stays there and it all works really well together, where if you had just given me a bourbon with that finish, the finish probably would have been a 14 out of 30. But it rolls in and it kind of like encapsulates and just kind of finishes it off in a way that's really good.
Right. As far as buy again and recommend out of 5 apiece, the buy again, without the lottery, if this was available at the normal MSRP price, which roughly is right now going $100.
Say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
3
3 out of 5, yeah.
Without a shadow of doubt. I would love to have a backup without even thinking. I used to, on a regular basis, back easily 10, 12 years ago, when I would go into the VABC, I would V-line direct to the A. Smith Bowman section.
Back when you could get BTAC and Pappy on the store shelves. Yeah.
I would literally just go direct to, and A. Smith Bowman was like my number one element. Whatever they had, I would literally grab one of every bottle to bring home so that I then could try them individually. Don't get us wrong. They also have their 2 spirits, vodka and gin, as
they have
well
the Caribbean
as
Cask Strike rum now too.
They do have the rum
And
the Bailey's caramel.
It's named after the wife,
Mary.
and it is the bourbon cream.
Bourbon cream.
And there is actually a higher percentage of bourbon in their bourbon cream than any other commercially available bourbon cream.
Uh-oh.
However, if you want to make your own, go check out the winter cocktail recipe video, because I make my own Baileys in that video. And it is better than anything I've ever had. That being said, recommend.
Yep.
I can't take the lottery out of the recommend, unfortunately. I have to give it a 2 out of 5 because of the limited availability.
Because of that lottery.
Yeah.
Without the lottery, again, I'm giving it, without the lottery, 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
100% would recommend almost any of the Abraham cask strength options. If you're even thinking about applying for them and you're lucky enough to get that magical lottery completion saying, hey, you're lucky, come on down and get it. Depending on where you are in the state, it makes it a whole lot easier. We're up in Northern Virginia, so it's a little bit of a drive, but the nice part was
go visit the distillery.
You can easily just hang out there for, an additional 30 to 2.5 hours if you get on one of the tours as well. So it becomes not just a one-off drive. It becomes an adventure with a story to tell after the fact.
Plus, if you live in Nova and you don't have a cookout, right outside of the distillery is a cookout.
Yep.
I have a feeling the final score will be over the bottle right now. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this at the end of the year.
Yes.
if not in the video, his selection. So
Oh,
with that,
easily.
we're gonna wrap it up here. Please engage the algorithm monster for us. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. So for Rick House Reviews, I am Ryan,
I am Doug.
and we'll see you next time, guys.
Peace out, guys.